What was the purpose of posting that video on social media?
We were really being silly, man.
Okay. And when you say you're being silly, what do you mean?
It was childish.
Okay. Did you intend for people to see it?
They posted on Instagram, so of course people were gonna see it.
Understood.
We posted it for him to see it.
Would you please continue? Hang on one second.
Little strip ass nigga. We ain't really going back and forth no nigga. You little bitch ass nigga. I know what we hate. I'm everywhere. Yeah, fuck you nigga, champ. Whoever else, nigga. Well, nigga. Pop, nigga. Whoa. They said I ain't really going back.
Is that the video you're referring to?
Yes.
All right. Now, would you continue telling the jury what led to the drive-by shooting following Damekion Garlington getting jumped on at the club?
What led to it?
Yes, continue telling us what happened.
We left the club and we went over. Well, no, we didn't leave the club. I left the club and then Garlington called me to come back to get him because I left him at the club.
Did Garlington ride with you to the club?
No.
Do you know who Garlington went to the club with?
No, he was calling me all that day to ride me to the club, and I don't like people to ride to the club. I mean, I go to the club by myself. I might meet them there, but I always ride by myself.
Who all participated in the fight when Garlington got jumped?
Just me and Garlington. No one else was in the club with us.
All right. And so after, how did the fight end?
Security guard broke it up.
Okay. After the security guard broke it up, what did you do?
I stayed in the club. They put Garlington out the club.
Mm-hmm. And then what happened?
I was in the inside looking for Garlington's phone with security guard, and I guess security guard found the phone and he took it outside. And then eventually I got the females that I was with and we went outside.
And then what happened?
I pulled off. Garlington was talking, saying something, and I got in my car and pulled off. And by the time I got to the expressway, Garlington called me back to come pick him up because he didn't have a ride.
What club were you all at?
Club Crucial.
And what day of the week was that?
It wasn't a Monday, so it had to be like a Saturday, something like that, if I am mistaken.
What did Garlington call you back for? Just to get a ride?
Yeah, at first just to get a ride, yes.
What then did it later turn into?
It later turned into a shoe.
Tell the jury how that happened.
I guess Garlington didn't want to let it go, and I was riding with Garlington. Which I probably wouldn't let it go neither, because another grown man ain't got no business putting his hand on no grown man.
So fill in the blanks and tell us, from the time that you went to pick up Garlington, what happened that led you to participate in a drive-by shooting?
I don't remember. I can't remember all the details that happened that night, but I just know it was a drive-by shoot. Well, it wasn't a drive-by shoot.
What was
it? Was a shooting. Cause I didn't see nobody shoot. If that makes sense.
Please explain.
I never seen them shoot. Cause I dropped them off and I kept going.
And then what happened?
I guess they did the shooting.
Did you drop them off at any one particular spot?
I don't know the name of the street.
Understood, but did you drop them off at any one particular spot?
I don't remember.
Did you take them to more than one spot?
Can you refresh my memory if you can?
Let me try this another way. Were you asked to take Damekion Garlington or anyone else in the car with you to more than one spot?
No, I remember taking Zachary, to his cousin house somewhere.
So what happened at the spot that you said you dropped them off at?
I don't really remember, Ms. Love, but I know I pleaded guilty to it. I don't remember, but I know I pleaded guilty to it. I don't remember all the details, but I pleaded guilty to it.
Mr. Sledge, is a drive-by shooting or shooting something that stands out in your mind, or is it something that's just commonplace for you?
Could you repeat it?
Is a drive-by shooting something that stands out in your mind, or is it something that is just commonplace for you?
Could you break it down? Because I don't understand what you're saying. You saying, is it in my mind or is it just something I do?
Is it something that is worthy of remembering for you? A drive-by shooting?
No.
It's not something that's worthy of remembering?
No.
Okay. So it's not a big deal for you?
Not for me.
Was more than one house shot up after Damekion was jumped at the club?
Probably I wasn't there. I probably was, I'm saying, but I didn't take him to more than one place.
Do you recall going to Adele Drive?
Where is that located?
Off of Martin Luther King in... I'll rephrase. Do you recall going to an area off of Martin Luther King called Adele Drive?
Yeah, I think that was one.
Do you recall going to a location on Drew Drive?
No, they lied.
No.
No, I don't recall going to Drew Drive, but I know it was all in my plea agreement. I just thought it was best in my interest, so I pleaded guilty to it.
Okay. Did you ever talk about that shooting with Quindarius Zachary or Damekion Garlington?
What you mean, that night?
At any time?
No, we didn't really talk about it.